Hey there guys, how's it going? So a few weeks ago I went to see Terminator Dark Fate, and I would have done this a bit more earlier, but I had plans in the way and work and stuff. So I have the perfect timing to rank all 6 Terminator films. Now before I start, I will say I'm not including the underrated Sarah Connor Chronicles, which was such an underrated show. Please check it out. It only had about 2 seasons, and this is my list, so please respect it. So let's start this. At number 6 is Terminator Salvation. Now, yeah, I don't think this is a horrible movie. At best, it's okay. I give them credit for doing something different, but it feels more of a War of the Worlds, meaning it doesn't feel like the post-apocalyptic future that we've seen in the previous films. I think the best thing to come out of this film is Christian Bale having a meltdown at the cinematographer, walking in the background behind the scenes. At number 5 is Terminator Genesis. Now, back in 2015, this was one of my top 5 anticipated films, but that was a time when I didn't take films seriously as I am today. Genesis is one of my guilty pleasures. It's a train wreck of a movie. The whole idea of Genesis surrounded by Matt Smith's character, Skynet having a personality, John Connor becoming the bad guy. It's more of a what if fan film to me, really. I mean, it's poorly miscast, don't get me wrong. I think Jai Courtney and Emilia Clarke are talented, but playing these iconic roles didn't work. Originally this was meant to be a trilogy, but it didn't work out. I think Arnie has some really good lines in this film and it's always fun to watch him, but you can clearly tell James Cameron was paid to say this film was great. At number 4 is Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. At best, it's a decent action adventure film. This was the first film that James Cameron wasn't involved in, and apart from Arnold, no one else was really a standout. It has the same plot to Terminator 2, but a less quality and a woman Terminator instead. At number 3 is the most recent, and a lot of people, including me, consider this to be the true sequel to Terminator 2, and that's Terminator Dark Fate. Now, compared to the other sequels that felt like what if fan films, this one felt like a true sequel to the first 2 films, and the first 5 minutes proves it. Having James Cameron back in the story is a massive factor. Bringing back Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor is a great idea. Arnold Schwarzenegger is at his best. For a franchise that's been going on for like 35 years, Tim Miller was able to give us a set of interesting characters and a new lore. And number 2 is the one that started all, and that's the Terminator. This was such a game changer when it came out, making Arnold Schwarzenegger a star and making James Cameron such an iconic director. Yes, the practical effects look so out of date, but at its time it was revolutionary. What James Cameron was able to do with such a small budget just proves he's one of the greatest directors of all time. The T-800 design is such a cool antagonist in cinema. What James Cameron was able to do with so much exposition in small doses is just incredible. Coming in first place is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. This is just such a perfect movie. This is James Cameron's best movie. What James Cameron was able to do to take the mythos from the first movie and does a complete 180 on it, making Arnold Schwarzenegger the good guy and give us a more powerful antagonist. I think this is Arnold Schwarzenegger's best performance in his career. Having Linda Hamilton in this movie is just such a powerhouse in this movie. She's such a badass. It's so cool what they took from the first movie, like the arm from the T-800 from the first movie, and that becomes the plot of the movie. And this film is not just a great action movie. It goes through themes of fatherhood and son with John Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and themes of free will. I mean, it's so deep and so iconic. That ending with Arnold Schwarzenegger has to sacrifice himself for the future brings a tear to my eye every time, and that's why it's my favourite Terminator film. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Go like, share and subscribe. Let me know what's your favourite Terminator film and where would you rank them all. Go check out my Facebook, my Twitter and my Instagram page. You guys are awesome. I've got your back.